It is Monday evening, March 16th, 2026. All the praise, all the honor, all the glory, and the eternal everlasting victory and rule is our Elohim's. That be God the Father, the creator of heaven and earth, the Most High, that it was done through his Son, creation, which was our God and Savior, Yahusha the Messiah, the Most High. It is through their grace and mercies we breathe, live, move, and have our beings as mankind. Mankind was created to become gods, male and female, little g's. And if we endure to the end of our flesh and blood existence, having done those things which are required to gain access into the Father's kingdom, at that time we will become eternal spirit beings and join the God family, which is now just God the Father and God the Son. There is one more exception to that one can attain to their godhood while still in their flesh and blood existence, as with Enoch, so as I, and we can partake of what our God and Savior Yahusha the Messiah said during his first advent when he said, I've come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I myself partaking of that, it is such a blessing. Through the grace and mercies of our Elohim, I've attained to my own apartment, a place where I can be separate from the world, because I call the world Satan's secular, pagan, idolatrous world system of things. We are born in the world, into this world, but we're not to be in the world, and that is to partake of Satan's secular, pagan, idolatrous world's system of things. I myself am a food service worker. I'm employed at the West Los Angeles VA. I've been there 15 years, and it has seemed but a short time because it is a blessing to me to do what I do, because it's my way as a veteran to be able to give back to veterans. And also, it is separate from other things that one may choose as an occupation, but there are things that are needed because, as I've stated, the only thing the Most High, our Elohim, that be God the Father and God the Son, will look upon and bless is the church. And the church is the sum total body of human being, flesh and blood human beings that have put their faith and trust in our God and Savior, Yahusha the Messiah. Having said that, as a minister, an elder, and a watchman, which are the various hats I wear pertaining to my godhood, because I was called into the gospel ministry of our God and Savior, Yahusha the Messiah, by he himself, because he knows my heart as he does the heart of everyone, and he knows that I takes very seriously where an individual's soul will spend eternity. Therefore, having been called into his gospel ministry, I've been blessed. I've been blessed, and I have a ministry which is called the Sabbath Keepers, the Assembly of the Sabbath Keepers. It's a real-time ministry. Therefore, I can address issues, topics, concerns, situations, and current events on the spot. It is also a self-supporting ministry. It's a labor of love I have for my fellow human beings, because my Elohim, my God, the Father, through his Son, takes good care of me in this venture and this journey that I'm on here in the secular world while I'm still in my flesh and blood existence. But one can attain to the first resurrection, and that is when our God and Savior, Yahusha the Messiah, will descend from heaven with a shout and the voice of the archangel and the trumpet of God. At that time, everyone that has died believing in him since Adam and everyone that is living, believing in him at his return will join him in the air as he descends, and we will come back to earth with him when he sets up his 1,000-year millennium kingdom rule. This is the first resurrection. This is my primary goal and focus. So that being said, having attained my apartment, I don't officially move into the first, but the property manager who I become, I would say, a friend or a good acquaintance with, he's allowed me access. Therefore, I've been able to kind of get the feel of it, to start feeling the warmth, the separateness of just being able to have your own place. And to me, it is a place that will be where I can be with anyone that chooses to come up under the sound of my voice and adhere to the things that I teach, preach, and instruct, so as they can add it to what they already know, coupled with faith, and work out their own soul salvation with fear and trembling. So that being said, I'm now leaving that spot, and I'm going to head over toward my job, because I'm just so excited to kind of like just eventually, slowly but surely move in there. And officially on the 1st of April, I will have access. I will be given keys, and I can totally reside here day after day. But now I'm just kind of like going in, doing this, doing that, but I'm not trying to take advantage of the kindness of the property manager and do too much. But anyway, as I begin my day, my primary goal and focus is attaining to the first resurrection, and it is to fulfill my calling to the gospel ministry of our God and Savior, Yahushua the Messiah.